Hello everybody. It's been 9 months and 1 week since I've posted my last video, and I have a follow-up to that video with some new information. But first, I would like to thank my 10 subscribers that I currently have. And anybody who has commented on my videos, I appreciate you as well. I'm trying to grow this channel and I'm trying to encourage conversation about these topics because I feel that these topics are going to be very important to the futures of all of our lives. Here in Nature Electronics, the article was published on the 11th of December of this year, 2023. It's titled Brain Organoid Reservoir Computing for Artificial Intelligence. In the abstract, it goes on to talk about how it can be Brainoware can be used to address current limitations in artificial intelligence technologies. Brainoware is a computation performed by sending and receiving information from the brain organoid using a high-density multi-electrode array. Now, a high-density multi-electrode array is seen here. Cortical Labs used this when they were doing the Pong trial and trying to get the brain organoid to play Pong. Here you can see that it has the dark grid system holding the electrodes in their array. And you see the electrodes in their high density array right here. You see neurons growing across it, as well as other neural matter over here. There is different colors of it in the video in the picture behind me, and it shows that each color has a different type of neuron involved in this process. What it's saying is that the Brainoware is exhibiting unsupervised learning from training data by reshaping its connectivity to this electrode lattice. So basically what it's saying is that it gets the information. It is able to read the electrical information coming in from these electrodes and then reconfigure its growth on the electrodes and be able to output data, predictable data. And it's possibly in this article it shows that it's usable for speech recognition and nonlinear equation prediction in a reservoir computing framework. So the reservoir computing framework would basically be a computing framework that would allow the neurons to continue living and functioning properly. And the nonlinear equation prediction, I looked into this a little bit, and it has a lot to do with AI learning, being able to decipher and solve problems, and it's also used in cryptography, which can make me think that ultimately this can be used in programs, for example, like Q star, where it's trying to come up with alternative methods to solving nonlinear equations. Q star is making waves in the financial industry because that has a lot of implications for cryptocurrency and cryptology. So there is a lot of disruption possible in that field. Here in Nature magazine on the 11th of December of 2023 is titled an article, Biocomputer Combines Lab-Grown Brain Tissue with Electronic Hardware. System that integrates brain cells into a hybrid machine can recognize voices. They built this hybrid biocomputer using lab-grown human brain tissue and placed them on a conventional electronic circuit. That electronic circuit is shown here. Except for in this instance, it is a two-dimensional brain organoid instead of a three-dimensional brain organoid, which was used in this study. The research aims to build a bridge between AI and organoids. They wanted to ask the question of whether they can leverage the biological neural network of the brain organoid for computing. They wanted to see if the brain organoid could be used for computing be in three-dimensional space, beyond the two-dimensional space of the Pong video that I released previously. This technology, termed Brainoware, the researchers placed a single organoid onto a plate containing thousands of electrodes to connect the brain tissue to the electric circuits. They converted that information into a pattern of electronic pulses, delivered it to the organoid, and then the organoid's tissue response was picked up by a sensor and decoded using machine learning algorithm. To test the Brainoware's capabilities, they used this technique to do voice recognition training system on 240 recordings of 8 people speaking. The organoid generated a different pattern of neural activity in response to each voice. The AI learned to interpret these responses to identify the speaker with an accuracy of 78%. Although more research is needed, it says, it confirms that the key theoretical ideas could eventually make biological computers possible, says Lena Smirnova. Lena Smirnova is a developmental neuroscientist at Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore, Maryland. Previous experiments have only shown two-dimensional cultures working effectively. This is the first time using a 3D brain organoid. Combining these organoids and circuits, it continues to say, allows researchers to leverage the speed and energy efficiency of human brains for AI. Now, once again, this technology is looking to be used for speech recognition in this example, and it's also in this example used for nonlinear equation prediction. Now, look into that yourself. It's involved with cryptocurrency. It's involved with video recognition of objects. It's involved with language learning, large language models. So all over the AI field, this is very, very important. It may even have implications as far as what was recently leaked about QStar and its ability to create new forms of mathematics to circumvent encryption. And so this could be hand in hand with that. It says here the technology could be used to study the brain as well, helping with Alzheimer's disease. It could be used to test the effects of toxicities of different treatments. And it says that's where the promise is, using these to one day hopefully replace animal models of the brain. So this scientist said that they were looking to replace animal models of the human brain. Ultimately, what they're looking to do is be able to produce human brain neurons that can exist outside of a biological substrate. They don't want to have to be able to produce these and keep them inside of an incubator to keep them alive. They want them to be able to be basically like a thumb drive where you can plug it into something and have it work effectively. Now, whether or not they're going to be able to develop this technology to the point where they can have neurons be stable outside of a living organism, that would be a large step in the direction of being able to reproduce animal neurons and use them in computers and computational devices. Ultimately, that's the direction that this science is leading towards, as well as being able to use the different abilities of pattern recognition found in animal neurons to be able to incorporate that into our computing ability and be able to expand our capabilities in AI by using actual animal neurons. So this has a lot of very interesting implications for the future of computation, the future of AI, and I'm really, really surprised that there's not more people talking about this. Spread the word, let other people know that this technology exists, and it's in the stages now where it's being tested, and we are finding a lot of very, very interesting results. So thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate your time, and have a great rest of your day.